Hello and welcome, Namaste, to the Planetary Energetics Update with the Federation of Light. I'm Caroline Crawford and I'm so happy to be here with you, sharing some of the wisdom and the guidance to help us on this pathway, this journey, as it continues through so many different chapters and elements that are taking place in the world. And I know a lot of people are finding things very disconcerting at this time with all the different bad news that we're hearing. And I'd just like you to bear in mind and to remember that there are so many beautiful, kind, loving and positive things going on in the world, but that is often not reported because it doesn't sell things. So remember that, this lovely sense of community so many of us are building and helping one another feel supported and not get caught up or drawn into the circus of what the media is trying to create a lot of fear and to control us through that fear. So keep in your center, keep in your truth, and know that the light and the love always wins out in the end. And the Federation of Light have said to us very many times that the light has already won. But where the energies of the earth are slower and more dense, it's just taking that time to get there. So stay centered in your truth, stay true to who you are, and know that things are changing and we are moving in a direction to create a brand new earth, an earth where things are more loving, where there is more justice and equality, where there is more of the truth of the reason we came to earth, to ground those energies of the non-physical here through our love and through our compassion and through that divine center and our essence that resides within. So if ever you feel knocked off center, anxious or angry, worried, just take that time to have that reflection, to remind yourself the truth of who you are, and let that bolster you in these very uncertain times that a lot of you are feeling. But the more you can stay grounded and stay centered and keep that faith and trust with those that you love as well, the easier you're going to find that you navigate and move through. But this year in particular, because I have been told not only by the Federation, but by our spirit teams, by Jarama, my husband's lovely collective consciousness that we're in communication with very regularly, that this year is going to be very bumpy. So just keep yourself as smooth and as balanced as you can through your stillness, through your meditation, through being in nature. And actually before this, I recorded this, my energy, I felt these energies so fast moving, mentally, so much coming in, got to do this, got to do that, got to go there. I just actually took my shoes off, stood on the earth for 5 or 10 minutes to really ground those energies. And that's another good practice that we can incorporate into our lives when we need to feel we have to slow those energies down a little. So I'm going to sit back and be quiet and allow the Federation to come in. I would ask you, if you haven't done so already, or if you're new to this channel, an extra special welcome. But please subscribe and like the video and leave your thoughts in the comments below on what you felt and if it had helped you, and share with like-minded friends. So I'm going to sit back and allow the Federation to come through with their loving wisdom and guidance for us all. Greetings, dear friends. We enjoy having these opportunities to share with you some of the wisdom or some of the information that we are allowed to share with you at this time, for there is so much taking place now. There are big waves of energy that are coming over your earth plane, coming over your planet. And some of you are feeling this in very extreme ways. So if you're feeling that those energies are disrupting your sleep, are disrupting your thoughts, take that time to keep reflecting inwardly. Make time to choose a favourite mantra, we would suggest, to help you center and close out some of those distractions that sometimes pull you away from the truth of your being. And as they pull you away from your truth of your being, you can start to feel that separation. And maybe at times that may show itself as anger, as aggression, as fear, because these things are not of your essence. They are not of the energies of your true self. So when you feel that, because you're in this energy that has a great polarity at times, but you are in control of your thoughts. And we wish to remind you of this. So if your thoughts are feeling very scattered, unable to settle, unable to ground, take that time out. Use a mantra. Use some meditation. Use your breath, because these are all the tools that you have to assist you when you're feeling pulled in many directions and uncertain or even confused. So take that time out. It could be a simple mantra, just as I am breathing in peacefulness, or I am breathing in tranquility. I am feeling that center of my being, and I am becoming grounded with each breath I take. So allow yourself to remind you that you, in your truth, in your sovereignty, are a powerful, multidimensional being of light. And you can change your energies, you can change and shift your thoughts with your awareness. And by being more aware of what is taking place, and if thoughts begin to run away with you, catching them earlier on so you can readjust your vibration, readjust your energy to become connected to your heart, to your center, and to the truth of your being. There are many things taking place on your earth that those that would wish to continue in the way they have for many hundreds of years, and they are taking action now to almost make the world feel a more unsafe place. And yes, there are things taking place that could give rise to that. But when you remember the truth and you stand in your truth with your connection, centered to your heart and to your essence, these things will have a far less negative effect on you. And then that space you hold, that vibration you create by connecting to your center, goes out, radiates from you to create a field of greater peacefulness, of greater positivity. And there are so many millions of you that are taking the time much more consciously to create more peace from within, to create more strength and positivity within. And this is giving you a deeper understanding. And through your deeper understanding, with these energies that are coming in, through the photon belt, through the cosmos, they are awakening parts of your brain, parts of your divine DNA and chromosomes that are bringing you into a greater alignment with that divine energy. And this means that this will allow you then to create a stronger force field from within all around you. And as those ripples of that energy that you are creating through setting intentions, by being conscious, by being and accepting the sovereignty of who you are, that you are all divine fractals, then you can start to change so many things and see that change taking place around you. You may have already noticed, because these energies that have been coming in, those of you that have paid attention and are doing the inner work, you will have noticed many synchronicities taking place in your life, because there are many angelic beings, many masters that are working with you now to bring about that greater expansion, that greater opening to higher energies that are part of you. And as you open and allow yourself to open to those higher divine energies of consciousness, you're going to find that the pathways are opening up more and more within you, taking you on that route of higher frequency, of feeling more positive, of feeling more empowered from within yourself, because you are accepting and you are remembering the truth of who you are. Now, this is going to be affecting many of your relationships in the coming weeks, and we are going to ask you to consider very much that there are lots of things going on in the world, particularly around the political arena, and they want to cause this, if you like, this drama and this circus to cause that division. Are you going to allow that to happen? Are you going to allow them to take you from the truth of your being, from continuing to create a more compassionate world? Because you can't connect to those aggressive and energies that separate in one moment and then decide that you can decide then to be more compassionate. But when you have this split in your energy field, you are not being as true to yourself, dear ones, as you could be. So be aware of not allowing others to tell you how you should think, to tell you how you should behave, because you are conscious beings, and allow yourself to make your choices from what you know is right, from what you know is compassionate, and for what you know that your soul has incarnated for on this beautiful planet, to change and to evolve into a greater way of living from your divine self. If you must listen to these sort of things that are being created in the media through this upcoming election, then just take your time to step back and let yourself connect to those energies of truth. Because as you connect to those energies, you will feel a sense of self-acknowledgement and self-fulfillment, because you are allowing yourself to be guided by your inner wisdom. And this is the most powerful message we want to bring to you, dear ones, at this time. Be guided by your soul, by your wisdom, because this will create a much more joyous energy within you and a much more balanced energy within you. And as you begin to cultivate that energy of greater balance, so the world around you becomes more balanced. And this goes into far and wide, into all of the collective. So keep creating that balance within yourself. We mentioned a couple of months ago to keep up with that journal writing or automatic writing, because this helps your more physical mind be removed out of the way, and you have a direct and clearer contact with your higher wisdom. That higher wisdom that comes from your soul and your spirit, that is connected directly to the divine. So instead of sometimes allowing yourself to become riled or upset or angry, take that time to create that calm vibration within yourself. because you all have the capacity to do that. So where your relationships are concerned, you may find that there are people that are in your circle that think very differently to you. That is all right. That is okay. Allow them the courtesy and the compassion for you all to accept that you all think differently, that you all have something unique to bring into the world, that you all have something to offer the world, but agree to disagree. Don't allow yourselves to get so heated that sometimes things are said that you regret, or friendships are sometimes severed through something that isn't really part of your pathway, part of your purpose. It's what somebody else is pulling those strings to have that control over you. So just learn to listen deeply to your inner self. Listen to others. It may be that you don't agree with them. So agree to disagree and remain centered in your heart, in the truth of your being. And you will be so pleased with yourself that you've accomplished this greater frequency of peace, this greater frequency of compassion. And then that is what you offer out to the world. Also, there are times when you may hear things that are so inflamed and so ridiculous. We would say, learn to laugh at it, because you know what is truth and you know when you are being deceived. So continue to listen, dear ones, to using your discernment. Do what you feel is right. It might be after you've listened to something, you want to write some thoughts down, because as you connect to that higher wisdom, that will give you the best direction. But stand in your power. This is also a time of being more true to yourself, allowing that strength of you to speak your truth, to be who you are, and to use your voice when you feel it's right, to say what you really feel. It's not that you're trying to convince somebody to think differently. You're just offering your way of thinking, your way of seeing things. And some may agree, some may not. But what's important is you are all pieces to that puzzle. You are all your own unique piece to the jigsaw, and you all have something valuable to offer. But in these changing and very fast moving times, at times when some of these, shall we say, darker energies are really pulling the strings even harder, this is time when it's for you to be more disciplined and strong in who you are, in what you know is right. That you know compassion, loving is right, being calm is being the best way forward to create that peaceful environment within yourself. And you know when you have created that, dear ones, for that is reflected back to you. And you feel less of a pull into listening to certain things, stepping away from that drama and looking to the beauty in this world. Looking to creating more beauty, looking to creating many more things that you have wanted to come here and create. You're going to be finding with these energies, you're having a lot of new ideas, a lot of new thoughts, a lot of inspiration, because it isn't just coming from your higher self, it is coming from your guides and loved ones, it is coming from the non-physical. And we have been asked about extraterrestrials and aliens visiting your planet. Well, they are in time going to be in closer connection with us, but these are loving, benevolent extraterrestrials and alien beings. And we just wanted to mention that because I know that there's a lot of people out there that are fearful of that. And again, it's these other energies, this other darker side that want you to know that, or want you to think that they're dangerous or to think that they're fearful, because they know that these benevolent beings hold a magical power. and that with their alchemy they can change things for the better, which means certain parties won't be having all the control, all the financial benefits, and pulling the wool over your eyes. So bear that in mind. Non-physical beings on the whole, these that will be interacting with you, are here for the betterment of mankind, to help you advance. And as we say, there are so many more things opening up within your own body. Take notice. Acknowledge everything that you achieve is a step forward. It may be that something didn't upset you as much as it did before. You may find you have more tolerance and more patience with other people that before may have upset you or angered you. Notice how much more of your higher energies are settling into your body and are giving you a much wider and greater awareness for you to interact with the world in a more conscious way with that awareness. So be aware and acknowledge that. Give yourself that pat on the back, that pat on the shoulder, because as you build on that, again, as we've said in earlier times, you're building on that. You've gone way past the foundations now, and you're moving into energies of a much more spiritual nature with a greater awareness. So take notice and observe yourself. Observe your thoughts and behaviour and the things that are inspiring you. Notice at this time of year the beauty of nature, the beauty of the trees and the flowers, and everything springing into life. And that's very much how you as a human being at this time are taking that spring forward, to take that new inspiration and create more of what you want in this world. So don't be drawn in by things that you know are not healthy for you, that take you away from that love of your true self, that take you away from that truth of your being. Stand in your sovereignty, dear ones. Stand in who you are. Be who you are. And love every part of yourself as we do, so compassionately, so fully. And keep that time for you to reflect as often as you need to keep those energies grounded, to keep yourself calm, peaceful, and most of all, happy and filled with joy. So be aware, check your thoughts often. Know that your ancestors are always with you. You are all part of the Federation of Light. And we are there guiding so many energies within your heart to assist you in this continual evolution. So keep evolving, keep being you, keep shining your light, and know that these neural pathways, so much within you that is opening up to expand your awareness ever greater than before. We love you so much. We love you with all our hearts. Take really good care of yourself compassionately and lovingly. And know we are always with you. If ever you want to call us in, you only have to say that in your thought, and notice how much stronger your telepathic communication is becoming and has already become. Goodbye for now, dear ones. Take that time to keep connecting to the truth of your being, and remember how powerful you are. Namaste. We love you. Great advice as always. I've felt this energy, as I said, just so sometimes it can get a little bit erratic, because there's times when it feels it's moving fast, and that's a good thing. But if it becomes erratic and overexcited, then it can interfere with our sleep patterns, it can interfere with our energy, and it can interfere with our connection to our true self. So keep that groundedness. As I've said in previous videos, use your breathing, be conscious, take that time to use a mantra, get out in nature, make sure you're having that tranquility flowing through you, and have joy. Remember the importance of playfulness and having time for yourself to laugh and to enjoy things, because don't believe everything you see, don't believe everything you hear. Tune into you, allow yourself to have that joy and keep expanding in that joy. And that is then what we're birthing and bringing into this world and sharing with others. So please remember to subscribe. If you can, leave a comment. Let me know what you thought to their guidance. Feel all my love from my heart to yours. Take really good care and keep smiling that smile and feeling that joy in your heart. I love you. Goodbye for now. Namaste.